Today we're looking at speed time graphs. Now imagine you're driving and you're waiting at a traffic light. The traffic light turns green and this is what happens. The needle of the speedometer starts moving. As it moves, it shows that the speed is increasing. So your speed increases until it gets to 100 kilometers per hour and then stops. The car's still moving. It means that the car has maintained a speed of 100 kilometers per hour. So that means there's no acceleration. Acceleration is the rate at which the speed increases per second or per any unit of time. So acceleration is the rate of change of speed with respect to time. Now the unit for acceleration is kilometers per hour or meters per second per second. These are the most commonly used. Negative acceleration is also known as deceleration, is when the speed decreases and it has the same units. Now let's see what happens when a car takes off. When the needle of the speedometer moves, let's see what happens. Let's compare what happens there and on a speed time graph. This is a speed time graph. The horizontal axis has the time and the vertical axis has the speed. Now let's see what happens. It takes off from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, and then it gets to 100 kilometers per hour, and it's constant. And then the speed decreases until it gets down to 0. This is the speed time graph. Okay, now the gradient of the line is the acceleration. Now the steeper the line, that means the more the acceleration. If this line was less steep, for example, if it took this path here, it would mean that this car went from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in a longer time than here. So that means the acceleration would be less. The rate of increase of speed would be less. This horizontal line here just says that time is ticking, but the speed is not changing. And then this shows that the speed is changing, but it's decreasing as time wears on. Okay, now the area under the graph is the distance traveled by the particle. Now, calculating this area will give you the distance, and that distance would be in kilometers. Okay, so now let's define acceleration using a formula. Acceleration equals change in speed divided by change in time. Or you can say acceleration equals final speed subtract initial speed all over time taken. This is the formula that will be commonly used. Now, let's read this problem here and solve it. The movement of an object is represented by the speed time graph below. So let's look at the speed time graph and see what happens here. It looks like this object starts from being stationary when the speed is 0, and then the speed increases until it's at 20 meters per second. And then it stays at 20 meters per second for 20 seconds. Okay, let's hear the questions. What is the acceleration of the object between 0 and 10 seconds? Remember, acceleration is change in speed divided by change in time. So final speed minus initial speed, 20 minus 0, divided by the time taken, 10. So 20 over 10 is 2 meters per second per second. Okay, let's hear the next question. Find the total distance traveled. Remember, the total distance traveled is the area under the graph. So we're finding the area of this trapezium here. This trapezium has height 20. So it will be 1/2 times 20, the height, times the sum of the parallel dimensions. So 30 plus 20. 30 is this length here, and 20 is this length here from 10 to 30. And that gives you 500 meters. So this object traveled a distance of 500 meters. So find the average speed of the object. Average speed is total distance divided by total time. We have the total distance as 500 meters, and then the total time is 30 seconds. So total distance divided by total time. 500 meters divided by 30 seconds in 16 2/3 meters per second. Here's another one. It says the movement of an object is represented by the speed time graph below. Let's see what happens here. This object moves from being stationary, from rest, and the speed increases until it's at 80 kilometers per hour. 80 meters per second, and that happens in 5 seconds. And then it stays at 80 meters per second for the next 15 seconds, and then decreases its speed, decelerates in 10 seconds until the speed is 0 meters per second, until it comes to a stop. Okay, so here's a question. It says, what was the acceleration of the object between 0 and 5 seconds? Between 0 and 5 seconds, the acceleration of the object, we're talking about the steepness of this line. So remember, acceleration is change in speed divided by change in time, and the change in speed will be the final speed minus the initial speed. So 80 minus 0 divided by the total time taken, 5 seconds. We're talking about the first 5 seconds. So 80 over 5, 16 meters per second Next question, find the total distance traveled in the first 5 seconds, only in the first 5 seconds. So that means we're finding the area of this here triangle here, only in the first 5 seconds. So half base times height. So half times the base 5 times the height 80. So that gives you 200 meters 200 meters. So that means the distance traveled in the first 5 seconds only is 200 meters. Find the average speed of the object. Remember, average speed is total distance divided by total time. So the total distance is the area of this whole trapezium here. Okay, so let's find the area of the whole trapezium and then divide that area by 30, and that will be the average speed. So the total distance is 1/2 times 80. 80 is the height of the trapezium. 1/2 times 80 times the sum of the parallel dimensions, 30 below, and up here we have from 5 to 20, that's 15. So that gives us 1,800 meters. That's not the answer. We're finding the average speed. Remember, average speed is total distance, 1,800, divided by total time, which is 30 seconds. So it's going to be meters per second, 60 meters per second. All right.